Season's greetings, ladies and germs. I'm sick as a fucking dog. But I'm back with another one of these FIFA 18 experiments. Today's a really special one because this one is probably coming out on my birthday. So you want to go ahead and wish the fat Asian Santa happy birthday, go ahead, leave it in the comments down below. But today, I got one of the biggest ones, one of the biggest experiments we're gonna do all year, highly requested as well. And that is today we are doing icons versus future icons. Now this is within the context of FIFA. So we're only gonna be using icons from this year's Ultimate Team that have been released. And then on the flip side, the team that I'm going to select for future icons are who I personally think, and of course this is my opinion, so don't get too triggered. Don't get triggered by who I personally think will most likely receive an icon card in the future. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start it off with the icon team. So as you can see right here, I have painstakingly created a team of 22 icons that you can currently get in FIFA Ultimate Team. Now this year it's interesting as far as icon goes because they're giving you 3 versions of them, and not all 3 versions have been released for a lot of the cards. So for the most part, I used the middle icon, or the icon that was closest to like 90. I thought that was pretty fair. And what's interesting is, let's say this Pele, I used the 95 version of this Pele, put in his stats, and he somehow came out to an 89 for career mode. So, I mean, once again, we're figuring out that Ultimate Team cards are just a giant lie. Same thing, this is R9 Ronaldo over here. I think this is his 94 rated card, but in the game he also was rated as an 89. You know, just absolute greats of the game. Ronaldinho, Patrick Vieira, Ruud Gullit, Desai, Maldini, Roberto Carlos, Zanetti, and then Yashin in between the 6. That would have been dope if we could get the hat in here. On the bench, you can see a lot more other legends of the game. Schmeichel, Ferdinand from Manchester United, Dennis Bergkamp, Deco, Henry, Rijkaard, Puyol, Hadji, Nesta, Costa, Petit, and that is it. So if you ever wanted to have a debate, who was better, Pele and Maradona or Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi? Well, you're gonna see it today. Who truly are the GOATs of the game? And with that, let's go ahead, let's take a look at the future icons of FIFA. Once again, this is my opinion, so don't get all butthurt in the comment section, but I know a couple of you guys will. So this one's for your butthole. First and foremost, not gonna get too many arguments right here. Cristiano Ronaldo, he's gonna get an icon card. He's a cover athlete this year. Easily one of the greatest players ever to step foot on a pitch. Yeah, not much else to say about him. On the other side, once again, down many arguments over here. Many consider him the greatest player ever to have lived already. I mean, honestly, these two are icon cards right now. In the middle, I think that's the most iconic striker still playing the game right now. It has to go ahead with Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Can you imagine his icon card, his prime icon card? You know, here's a fun one to go ahead. Vote up in the I thingies. When did you think Zlatan Ibrahimovic was in his prime? Then our first player in the midfield, I think, is pretty much a lock. It's Andres Iniesta, part of the historically great Spain teams that captured Europe as well as the World Cup, and then also part of the historic Barcelona teams that played some of the most brilliant football that we have seen in the modern era. The man across from him, I think, is also pretty much a lock. He's a former cover athlete of FIFA. I think he was like a cover athlete for like 3 to 4 years. Had a prolific career for both England and Manchester United, and I can only imagine his prime card is going to be something nasty. Then at the senior role, I went with Sergio Busquets. You may not like him as a player, but you got to respect him for the results that he's got. Once again, he, like Andres Iniesta, was part of the historically great Spanish team, also part of the historically great Barcelona teams, and he's been one of the best in the business for a very, very long time. Left back first choice, I think this one is an easy one. It's got to be Marcelo. He's been a stalwart at left back for Real Madrid and Brazil for what, like the past decade or so. He's also a shout pretty much every single year for Team of the Year. Now, first center back that I'm electing over here is I would say a pretty easy one. It's Sergio Ramos. Part of these historically dominant Spanish sides. Also, he's always on the Team of the Year. And he's also part of Real Madrid that have captured a lot of Champions League titles over the course of the past 10 years. Other center back that I went with might be a little bit more controversial, and that is Thiago Silva. There were points in time where we thought that Thiago Silva was the best center back in the world. And he was always a favorite in the FIFA community, especially in Ultimate Team, just because of one thing, his pace. Right back, another easy shoe-in right here. Dani Alves, consummate professional for both Brazil, for Barcelona, and just one of the greatest attacking fullbacks ever. His icon card is going to be absolutely terrifying. Alves' icon card is going to have just unlimited pace, unlimited stamina, and then long shots. And in that, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised that I don't have Buffon here, but it's been a while, but I still do not forget how effing good Iker Casillas used to be. I mean, his nickname was Saint Iker, easily a future icon. And continuing on the list, Cole, I don't think everyone's really going to disagree on Gigi Buffon. Incredible for Italy, had a fantastic career. Luis Suarez, a controversial career, but a prolific striker for pretty much every single club that he has been a part of. Neymar, still very, very young in his career, but if it continues in this trajectory, it's very, very hard to see him not getting an icon card. Iron Robin, getting up there in age, yes, but man, oh man, can you imagine his future icon card? He's going to be lightning up the right side of that pitch. He's going to cut inside, and then you know that left foot is going to be a rocket. David Villa, once again, part of the historically great Spanish teams, part of the historically great Barcelona teams. Jordi Alba, I mean, this was a little bit tough. I really couldn't think of another left back that I could put in here that deserved it, but I put him in just because of the same reason that I talked about Villa and everybody else in this goddamn list. Half of them are because they play for Barcelona and Spain, okay? That's another one. Oh, guess who was next? I mean, legitimately for a while, Gerard Piqué was up there for like top 5 best center backs in the world. I think he probably got like a team of the year card at some point. And yeah, enough of me gushing about these Barcelona Spanish guys. You're probably bored of it. Mesut Ozil, I am torn at camp. Okay? But, you know, I couldn't really think of a cam that really deserved of an icon card. And I don't even really know if Ozil really deserves an icon card. Another controversial take right here, and that is David Luiz. Now, David Luiz might have the historical pedigree as like a PK or a Sergio Ramos. What David Luiz does have in FIFA contents is he is a legend within the FUT community. For many an iteration of FIFA Ultimate Team, David Luiz would always be the best center back in the game. Maybe not as much his real life accolades, which aren't that bad. He's won a couple of Premier League titles. He's been a part of a lot of the good Brazilian teams over the past couple of tournaments. But I think it's more for his Ultimate Team infamy that he goes ahead and gets an icon. And now for my next center mid pick, I am a Manchester United fan. Yes, this is a little bit of a homer pick, just for the fact that once again, he is incredible in Ultimate Team. His combination of size, skill, and power is pretty much unparalleled. And you could already imagine a midfield of Patrick Vieira, Ruud Gullit, and then icon Paul Pogba on the other side. Devilish. Alright, next one, not as controversial, Samuel Eto'o, a legend for his country and at one point the best striker in the world. His time over at Barcelona, he was frighteningly quick and pretty much just unstoppable. Next up, back to controversy over here. It was hard, okay? The first team is easy. Once again, he's incredibly young. Yes, he's got a long career ahead of him, but if he continues in this trajectory, you can see that an icon card could be in his future. Same thing I said about Kevin De Bruyne, same thing I'm going to say about Kimmich. Just because there's not a lot of like historically great right backs besides Dani Alves that I can really think of. This list would have been a lot easier last year because Philip Lahm was there. Next up, another goalkeeper, and that is Petr Cech. And he is on this list because one thing above all else makes Cech an icon. His helmet. EA love cool hairstyles and putting on headwear when they can. See Leviat. So I think easily Cech probably gets an icon card. Alright, next up, another center mid, Cesc Fabregas. Fabregas was a part of the historically great Spanish sides. He was a part of Barcelona. Also won, a couple of titles in the Premier League with Chelsea, and before that played over at Arsenal. And then Manuel Neuer, most would argue that he is the best current keeper in the world. And another one is Bastian Schweinsteiger. Played a long time over at Bayern, was part of, a lot of great German sides. Do you think Schweini is good enough to get himself an icon card? You guys vote ahead in the I think it's right now. Just because I feel like his tail end of his career has really, really dropped off. But anyway, boys, this is the future icon list. Was there anyone that I missed on here? I know there were maybe a couple of them, but I didn't go ahead and include people, you know, the likes that come to the top of my head. John Terry, who's probably going to get a future icon card, or Robin Van Persie, just because I didn't want players in here that were under 80. My reason being that in a simulation, the computer's stupid, and they will play the kind of shittier players. They probably will get future icon cards. Issue is, it would definitely hurt them during the sim. So for that, I left them off. If you guys are unfamiliar for what we do here, we go ahead and we sim it up all the way to the end of the season, and which team will finish on top of the other one. Doesn't matter if they win the league or not, it's just whoever ends up higher in the table. And if you're truly hyped to see who will reign supreme, the old school icons versus the future icons, go ahead, take your high dog nipples, smash the like button right now, and make Santa BMOnus feel a little bit better. But there are a couple of factors in here that I think are interesting and we should take note of. While this team looks really nice, there isn't a lot of huge players on this list. As you can see, even Pele, Fat Ronaldo, Maradona, they're all at 88s, 89s. The highest person on this list is Maldini at 91 and Yashin at 90. Well, if you remember, if we go back over to the Man City side, they have players like Messi, like Ronaldo, that are at 94, 93. But depth-wise, the old school icons have the advantage because pretty much everyone on their team is somewhere in between the likes of 91 to 88. So with that said, let's have you guys go ahead and vote on who you think will reign supreme. Do you think the likes of a Pele or a Maradona can outduel the current giants of the game in Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo? Vote up in the I think is. So let's go ahead, let's take it up and sim it January 1st, the halfway point, and see how these teams do. And for all those of you who are familiar, I have to go ahead and make a prediction on who will go ahead and win. And if I get the prediction wrong, then a heinous act will go ahead and be committed to me. And I've yet to go ahead and do this, but if I lose, I have to eat my entire dinner at the Dollar Tree store. And let me fucking tell you right now, I already feel like shit. I'm suffering from a really hard cold. It's been really hard to record this. And I don't think it's a stretch to say that eating an entire meal from the dollar store will not help my health very much. So yeah, I don't want to lose. So with that, I'm gonna go with which I feel is the safe bet. You know? I'm gonna go with Pele, Maradona, Ronaldinho, Thierry Henry. I'm gonna go with the OG GOATs versus the future GOATs. Alright, let's set out to the halfway point. Take it away, Joey Wheeler. Go time wizard! Alright, we're in January 2018. I feel like crap, but that is inconsequential. Let's go ahead and take a look at the player stats right now. And it is Pele of Manchester United flying with 15 goals. And in second place, it is Wilfred Boney. Easy. Thierry Henry picking up where he left off in the Premier League with 11 goals. He's in third place. And then for Manchester City, they're coming on with Iron Robin with 9 and Suarez with 9. Let's keep on going down the list. Man City also popping again. Ronaldo coming in with a strong 7. Let's go over to assists. And it is Pele once more. Absolutely godly from the GOAT himself. He's got 8 assists. Cristiano Ronaldo has got 7, but then Thierry Henry also strong showing with 7. Iron Robin with 6. Let's keep on going down the list. Red Hullet with 5. Rui Costa with 4. And Suarez with 3. Still, you gotta give it to the OG GOATs over here. And then let's, okay, it is the Watford keeper, Carnezis? I don't even know how to properly pronounce his name, but he is on top for some reason. 7 clean sheets. Second place is the Icon team with Peter Schmeichel coming in with 6 clean sheets. And then all the way down in 5th is Iker Casillas. You know what? See, this is what I'm talking about right here. If they were smart, they would have used Buffon. But in fact, they've played Casillas a lot, and he's still actually done pretty well for him. He's gotten 4, you know? But with those statistics, I think it's easy. It is a wash that the OG crew in Manchester United are going to be on top. And wow. Not even close. At the halfway point, 21 games played, Manchester United 53 points. Manchester City in second place, 39 points. A 14-point gap. Goal differential 31 to 19. Yeah, this one's staggering. This is one of the more one-sided ones that we have seen in a while. All right, let's go ahead. Let's send it out to the end. We'll see. Go time wizard! Alright, June 1st, 2018. Let's see if this is a coronation completed. And there you go. Pele. Many say the greatest player of all time, finishes with the Golden Boot, 20 goals in the Premier League. But there is a resurgence from Man City. Ronaldo coming in with 17, Suarez with 17, and then Rui Costa coming in with 17 as well. Let's go ahead, go down the list over here. And then Manchester United's Henry contributed in with 12. So overall, still probably give the notch to the Icon squad, but Man City's kind of creeping up. Let's go over to assists, and it's Pele once again getting both the Golden Boot and the Golden Ball with 11 assists. It's Tottenham's Eriksen in second place, and then Cristiano Ronaldo in ninth. But the Icons come in strong on this list. 3 more. Costa, Henry, and Hullet go ahead and make an appearance on this list, while Pogba and Robin follow suit behind. Still pretty close, but you got to give it to the Icons, and this is the final piece. Clean sheets, and it is Carnizis, or however you say his name, for Watford, who gets the Golden Glove. And then Schmeichel of the Icon team coming in right behind him with 13, and it's all the way down. Neuer goes ahead and pops up with 10, so they were smart. They started playing their better keepers. I don't know. It should... I think they have closed the gap, but I think I'm still pretty good here. And there you guys go. There you guys go. The OG Icon team has won the league past the future Icon team by nearly 20 points. One of the most lopsided experiments we have ever witnessed on this channel. Alright, so if you ever get into argument with friends, then they'll saying this mess about, hey, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi are way better than Maradona and Pele. Well, according to FIFA, no, they fucking aren't. Since I got the prediction right, I'm gonna go ahead and eat at the Dollar Tree store. Pretty happy about that. But I want to go ahead and give something to you guys. I'm gonna open it up until Christmas. Go ahead and watch this video if you want to go ahead and be entered to win a copy of FIFA 18. And if you want to check out my career mode, go ahead and click over here at Dinks. Anyway, my name is BMOnus. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Until next time, stay chubby.